So this photograph is again from Illustrated London News, and it's from 1923. So by the time Rail Air Force has already established its governance, policing governance in Mesopotamia. And so here in the copy of this image, it says, the above photograph illustrates British air enterprise in Mesopotamia, where the airplane has proved invaluable, especially for communications. So this sentence could be, like we were just saying, quoted in one of our chapters of the book, because this is what we are trying to show. In Mesopotamia, air was weaponized, and also air became colonial media. Yeah. So maybe we can talk about how airplanes and air became a sort of colonial communication infrastructure. Air has always had this communicative functions. It has always been part of our communicative world. So we speak, our voices are carried through air. We sing, the sound is carried through air. And air also mediates how we feel, how we exist in the world, how we relate with each other and the nature. So in bad weather we feel blue, in sunny weather we feel better, or the opposite. It links people, animals, landscapes, and sometimes it separates them. If there is a bad weather, if there is a bad air, then people do not come together. So the air has all these qualities of media and communication, what we expect from modern media and communication. But when we say air as colonial media, we do not really speak about these qualities. These qualities in general, we call them elemental, air as elemental media. But when it becomes colonial media, all the elemental qualities of air are weaponized. They are weaponized to colonize people, to colonize lands, its resources, peoples, all the living beings. So that's what we call colonial media. And in the British Empire's hands, the sky itself became a tool, a medium for policing, managing, and dominating colonized lands, peoples, and resources. Mesopotamia was the place where colonial media have become what they are in terms of institutional power. And this wasn't just about flying planes. It was about transforming the very air above people's heads, the same sky they looked to for hope, for relief and breath, into a territory of surveillance and control and violence. Air as colonial media was an assemblage, and like all media assemblages, it combined meaning, practice, and materiality. In this case, it included airborne technologies of spectacle, surveillance, transmission, and violence. Surveillance, because through airplanes they created a spectacle for the colonized people to watch and to see that they are constantly being watched. And it also created a system of transmission of messages, almost instantaneous messages between ground and air, and violence through bombing. So in early 20th century Mesopotamia, the assemblage meant airplanes carrying wireless radios, enabling instant communication between the ground and the sky. It meant aerial photography, capturing the land and its people in ways no human eye could. It meant pilots, observers, radio operators or signalists, and photographers, the human labor that made the system work. And this was the birth of airborne media as we know it, and marked a turning point in how communication itself could be used, not just to connect, but also to control.